Take relaxation to the next level, beyond the basics, beyond the mat. Explore the art of rest, meditation, and deep inner wisdom. Exclusive Nidra and Yin classes to transform your practice on and off the mat. Become a channel member today and experience relaxation at a deeper level. Hello everyone, and welcome to another 1 hour Yin Yoga practice. Within this routine, we'll be practicing reclined saddle pose. There'll be lots of options when we get there, but you will have some more options if you keep some props nearby. And if you don't have any props, you can use cushions or pillows within the pose. When you're ready, we'll get started just sitting on the mat. You can always sit up on a cushion or a yoga block here. We'll just spend the first few peaceful moments of this practice here. So if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes and try your best to align your heart over your hips and then your head over your heart. You might bow your head slightly towards your chest. And just centering yourself here on the mat, creating that straight-ish spine. Notice your breath just coming in and out of your body. Relax your shoulders, unclench your jaw. And remind yourself why you came here to do this practice. What is it that you hope to gain from practicing Yin Yoga today? And just know that whatever it is that you're seeking, it's already being poured into your body here as you sit on your mat. Try to keep your mind focused on your breath. This is an almost impossible task to do, but just try your best. And with time, you might aim to make your breath that little bit deeper. Everything you need is coming to you now with those breaths in. And when you exhale, you're letting go of the things you no longer need. And take your last few breaths here. When you're ready, open your eyes again. We'll make our way into our first pose today, which is butterfly pose. So stay sitting on the mat. Again, you can sit on a cushion or a yoga block to elevate the hips and open them up that little bit more. And then we're bringing the soles of the feet together. Don't force your knees down and don't worry about where they are. I've been practicing yoga for years and years and my knees are still up in the air, and that's where they'll probably stay forever. So don't worry, there's no certain way a Yin Yoga pose should look. Just focus on how it's feeling. You might take a moment to tilt your pelvis forward, so find your seat bones, press them into the ground. If this pose feels too intense, you can slide your feet further away from you. And if you need to support your knees, of course, you can do that by placing some yoga blocks or cushions underneath them. And we'll start to fold forward very slowly. Just come to that first point of resistance. And when you meet it, you might drop your nose down towards your feet. And we'll stay here for 4 minutes in total. Once again, connect to your breath. Encourage your mind to become really interested in the breath. Feel or visualize it going into all the different parts of your body. Butterfly pose is a really great pose to open up your spine, your hips, your inner thighs. So just notice all the parts of the body in which you can feel this pose. And also encourage your mind to become really interested in those sensations. It's possible that your body has started to open up a little bit, and maybe it's inviting you to go a little bit deeper into the pose. And if you find that's happening, then you might be able to drop your nose a little bit closer, folding a little bit deeper into the pose. And then we wait here at this edge for those invitations to perhaps go deeper again. But as you wait, commit to stillness, resisting the urges to fidget, to move, or to think. Take your last few breaths in butterfly pose. And slowly come out of the pose, finding that straight spine again. Bringing your knees back together, and we'll release the pose with some windshield wipers. So keep your feet apart and drop your knees gently from side to side. we'll come into our next pose, which is half butterfly pose. So you can stretch your left leg out long to the left and bring the sole of your right foot over towards your left thigh. If your knee feels uncomfortable, you're welcome to keep a bend in it. That's no problem. You can also place a folded up blanket or a cushion, something like that, under the knee to support it. We want to keep our left foot slightly active here, so it's not tense, but it's not just flopping on the floor either. It's somewhere in the middle. Right knee can also be supported with cushions or blankets. And now we're going to fold over the left leg, so you can rotate your upper body in that direction, walk your hands away from you and drop your nose. Again, you're just going to that first point of resistance, not forcing anything. We'll be here again for 4 minutes. Find your breath. Become really interested in your breath. And also become interested in all of these tiny sensations you can feel in your body. Half butterfly pose will target your left hamstring and calf. And perhaps you're feeling the pose around the right side of your lower back. You still might be feeling things along your spine and your inner thighs. So commit to stillness. Wait for those invitations to go deeper. And if you get them, you can play your edges by walking your hands away from you and folding that bit deeper until you come to the next point of resistance. Stay with your breath. Stay with your body. We'll be here for about 2.5 more minutes. And take your last breath or two in this pose. And now let's push ourselves away from the earth, really slowly coming back up. You can bring your left leg back in, and we'll just pause for a moment, perhaps closing your eyes. You might be feeling the rebound of that pose, or you might be feeling a big difference within the two sides of your body right now. Just feel whatever you feel. We'll repeat half butterfly on the other side now, stretching the right leg out long. Rotate over that right leg and then slowly fold over it. We'll be here on this side for 4 minutes. Remember, your right foot is active-ish. You're playing your edges by slowly going deeper into the pose, if that's what your body wants you to do. Stay connected to your breath. And try your best to be interested in the sensations of your body and less interested in those thoughts that are passing through your mind. Take 1 or 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, push yourself away slowly from the ground. And we'll release that pose with some windshield wipers again. Feel free to pause at any point if it feels good for your body. And even though we are between poses, try your best to keep your awareness with your breath and with the sensations of your body. Now we'll bring our focus up into the upper body by practicing Anahatasana. We'll be here for 3 minutes, so if your knees are sensitive, you can fold over your yoga mat, create that little bit of extra padding to put them onto. And then we want to have our knees underneath the hips. The hips will be tempted to slide forward here, but just try your best to keep them over the knees. But remember, it's less about how it looks with Yin Yoga and much more about how it feels. And then you can bring your hands to the front of your mat. When they're there, drop your chest and forehead to the mat. So our goal sensations here are within the chest, the shoulders, the upper back. So just tune into all that you feel. Stay with your breath and notice how it feels different in your body now. And if you start to feel discomfort in your arms, or if they start to tingle or feel numb, then you can bring a bend into your elbows, which will make this pose less intense. Anahatasana is also a great pose to open up your lungs and your heart. So let's remind ourselves of why we came here to the yoga mat. And remember that your body is soaking up everything that you need right now. For your last few breaths in the pose, ever so slightly press your arms towards the earth. You might press your feet into the earth as well. And just reminding your body to be active in these Yin Yoga poses. And now you can start to say goodbye to the pose by really slowly unfurling your spine and come to lie on the front of your body. Take your time getting there, but when you are there, you can rest in crocodile pose, making a pillow with your hands. Rest either your forehead or a cheek onto your hands and bring your big toes to touch each other, allowing your heels to just flop out towards the edges of the mat. We'll rest here for the next minute. You don't need to keep your body active in these resting poses. So just take some time to notice if anything is clenched, especially throughout the back of your body. Soften it now and take a few more breaths. The next pose that we'll practice is Sphinx Pose. So you can widen your feet out and bring your forearms onto the mat in front of you. You can measure the distance between your elbows by holding them with opposite hands. Try to keep the elbows that distance apart as you bring your forearms back onto the mat. And again, here the body isn't just flopped into the pose. We're still active without creating tension. So again, you might press the top of your feet into the earth. Keep your legs and your glutes slightly engaged. And try to resist just having your head and neck falling down into your upper body cavity, let's call it. Try to stretch your neck out away from you. Drop your shoulders away from your ears, creating lots of space around your chest and your neck. And you can look straight out ahead or you can gaze diagonally down. And we'll be here for the next 3 minutes. It's very normal for the human mind to go into the future or drop back into the past. So if that's happening, don't beat yourself up too much. The greatest tool that you have to stay present is something that is already with you, and that is your breath. So focus on your breath. Notice how your belly spills across the mat as you breathe in. And get rid of everything you don't want as you breathe out. Also bring your awareness to the sensations that you're feeling within this pose. Sphinx pose is really good for your lower back. It stimulates the kidneys. You're also opening up through your chest and your upper back. Take your last few breaths in Sphinx pose, trying your best to stay connected to the body and the breath. Slowly come out of the pose by making your way back into crocodile. Take your time. Big ah here if you need to let it out. Big toes find each other again. Heels drop out and your entire body can relax for the next minute. Come out of crocodile nice and slowly and make your way back up into a seat on your mat. Now we will practice saddle or reclined saddle pose. So for this pose, you can have some props nearby. I personally like to do reclined saddle, and I like to place the bolster behind the mat ready to support my back. You can prop this up with more cushions or yoga blocks if you have them. And then you might also want to sit on a cushion or a yoga block. Again, for me, this pose seems to work better when I don't sit on anything, but for some people, it works much better when they do. So we want to have our hips in between our feet. So we're sitting in between our feet if possible. Of course, we want to be really mindful of the knees here, make sure we're not causing any pain or discomfort in them. We want to feel this pose primarily around the quads and maybe even up into the psoas muscles if we recline. So a lot of us might be very happy to stay here, and that's fine. But if you do want to go that little bit deeper, you might start to slowly walk your hands back behind you, First, maybe propping yourself onto your elbows and then allowing yourself to fully recline into the pose. And we'll stay here for the next 4 minutes. If you want to go that bit deeper again into the reclined version of this pose, you could have your hands up over your head. So feel all that you feel in the pose. Connect to your breath. Remember why you came to do this yoga practice, and allow that all to be poured into your body now. We have about 30 seconds left in this pose. So focus on your breath. Feel your body. And now you can slowly release the pose. Take your time. Sometimes it feels really hard to get out of that reclined saddle position. So if that is you, you are not alone. Just don't panic and move slowly. And when you are out of the pose, you can come back down to lie in Shavasana. Corpse pose. We'll just spend a moment here letting the body absorb all of the poses that we've done so far. Now we'll practice twisted roots. So if twisted roots feels a little bit too intense, you can come into a regular one knee reclined twist, or maybe two knee reclined twist. So I'll speak to that in a few moments. First, let's get into twisted roots. So you can cross your left leg over your right thigh, creating that twist around your knees. And now you might be able to find a second twist in your legs, twisting your left foot around your right calf or shin or ankle. Then we want to very mindfully stack our hips on top of each other, bringing your right hip on top. So your knees are now falling over towards the left side of your mat. Your arms can come out wide left to right. You might press your fingertips into the floor ever so slightly. And if you want to go deeper into twisted roots, you can look over to the right. Now, if this pose is not happening for you, don't worry. You can just come back to center, bring both of your knees together, up and lift them towards your chest, and then drop both knees over to the left. That's a two knee reclined twist. Or if you want to do a one knee reclined twist, have your left leg long, bring the sole of your right foot onto your left thigh, and then twist over towards the left. So figure out which twist works best for you. And then we will hold here for the next 4 minutes. Wherever you are, start to slowly come back to center. And we'll transition straight into the opposite side. So if you're practicing twisted roots, this time bring your right thigh over your left, find that second twist, and then drop both of your knees over to the right. Wherever you are, keep both of your shoulders connected to the floor, especially that left shoulder. Only twist as much as you can keep your left shoulder grounded. And we'll be here for the next 4 minutes. And make your way slowly back to center when you're ready. Release those reclined twists however you feel called to do, either with some windshield wipers, or maybe you'd like to hug your knees to your chest. And once you feel satisfied that you have released all of the poses that we practiced today, you can make your way into Shavasana pose. Either spread your legs long or keep a bend in your knees and rest your knees against each other. Your arms can take up as much space as they like to. We'll spend the last 9 minutes of the practice here. And this is where your body can completely relax and absorb all the benefits of the poses that you've practiced. So just take some time to feel your entire body from head to toe. And just recognize it as a body laying on the floor. And I'm going to invite you to bring awareness to different parts of your body, just like we would do in Yoga Nidra. And this will really help you to get into a deep state of relaxation. Bring your awareness to your mouth. Bring your awareness to your eyeballs. Bring your awareness to your forehead, your cheeks, your ears, and feel your entire face. Bring your awareness to the crown of your head, the back of your head, your neck, and your throat. Bring your awareness to your left shoulder, front and back. Feel your left collarbone. Your right shoulder, front and back. And now feel your right collarbone. Bring your awareness to your left arm, starting at the shoulder. Feel your upper arm, elbow, forearm, and your left hand. Bring your awareness to your right arm, starting at the shoulder. Feel your upper arm, elbow, forearm, and the right hand. Bring your awareness to your left thumb. Bring your awareness to your right thumb. Back to the left thumb. and back to the right thumb. And now feel both of your thumbs at once, not as though they are two separate things, but as though they are just one thing. Now bring your awareness to your chest. Maybe you can even feel your heart. Feel your lungs moving up and down. And bring your awareness to your belly. Now bring your awareness to your upper back, your mid back, your lower back. And feel your entire torso now resting against the floor. Now bring your awareness to your hips and feel your left leg, starting with your left thigh, left hamstring, left knee, your shin and your calf, the ankle and the foot. Bring your awareness back to your right thigh, right hamstring, knee, calf, shin. Feel your right ankle and feel your right foot. Now feel your entire left leg again. Feel your entire right leg again. Left leg, right leg. And now feel both of your legs lying on the floor at the same time. And feel them not as though they are two separate objects, but they are just one object. Now bring your awareness back to your entire body. Feel it again from head to toe. Recognize it for what it is. It is a body lying on the floor. Bring your awareness back to your breath. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you need to. But if you are ready to come out of this practice, you can bring some gentle movement back into your fingers, your toes. Maybe circle through your ankles and your wrists. And there's no rush to do so. But when you're ready, you can slowly bring yourself back up into a seat on your mat. So thank you so much for joining me for this 1 hour Yin Yoga practice. This was class 17 in the playlist, Creating Peaceful Moments. So if you enjoyed this length and style and format of practice, you will enjoy that full playlist. And currently there's 17 1-hour classes in there, and I do hope to keep adding to it as well. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a thumbs up. That will help more people to find it, hopefully. And please subscribe to my channel. I would love to practice with you again in the future. Until then, though, take good care of yourself and goodbye.